have found Upper Montclair quite hospitable. Show you some highlights here from this morning. In-Ji Chun, birdie start, and then this at 4.
The conditions have been perfect for scoring the last couple of days.
Big bounce back after a 74 in round 1. Carlota Saganda out in the first group off the 10th tee. And this is the 31-year-old from Finland, Sanna Newtonen, first year on the LPGA Tour. At the 9th. And that birdie for Saganda would move her up the leaderboard. Minji with a great start. A couple of birdies early, and then this at the 5th.
This is a tough hole location to get close to today. On the left side, there's a big tree that guards the front left of this green.
As an LPGA rookie, that would give her a share of the lead. But then Minji, just a couple of moments ago, at the 6th.
She's really taking advantage of a little bit of a damp morning out here.
And take the lead. Lexi, as we said, hasn't won in almost 3 years. A one-handed follow-through. At the 18th, her 9th hole of the day, this is Madeline SAGSTROM, the overnight leader. Dropped a couple of shots, but picks one up there. Her first birdie of the day on the LPGA Tour. We're back to the 8th, and Lexi. Sounded good. It looks great. And to the 10th. Megan Kang.
Her second shot with just a sand wedge. And that'll give her a good look. A downhiller, but a good look. 8 birdies on her round yesterday and still in search of her first today.
Oh, not quite staying high enough. There's a lot of movement in these greens, and they take effort to figure out, that's for sure. This is the big stage playing on the LPGA. Now Madeline SAGSTROM at the first, her 10th hole.
Quick putt here down the hill. Beautiful read.
Should be a tap-in birdie for the Swede, with 1 win to her credit on the LPGA Tour. Came in your neck of the woods, Morgan, down in Boca.
And she needs to make a few more putts this weekend, but she definitely is one of the ones in the mix to get it done.
Sun Hyun Park here for a birdie at the 11th. We know what you'll be having for dessert tonight, Morgan, now?
Yeah, I said that for Grant, you know, our ice cream
expert,
loving.
yeah.
Well, I don't know, you're in that category as well, Tom.
I'm an addict.
Instagram star, yeah. Jin Young Ko, world #1, is quite the ice cream aficionado. 1 under today. Make it a little better. 2 under today.
Just look at how beautifully these greens roll. This golf course is in spectacular shape. Sneak those putts in. She said that's really been the difference.
Yeah, that's 20 putts through 10 holes. Then that's the difference. And this one's going to leave her a chance. Not a real close one, but not bad at all.
I couldn't believe how good they were at this time of year in this part of the world.
Just a moment ago, Robin Ree, her 3rd of the par 5 12th. Okay. Won't need a 4th. Robin.
Now Lexi for a birdie.
It's a little bit downhill, this one, Tom. Back to the water hole. It's awkward for the read. Left at first and then maybe back right as it approaches the hole.
Trying to get all the way down there. That's a good putt. Lexi, a long hitter of the golf ball, but she's pretty accurate off the tee, and I think this golf course suits that. You've got to be accurate, and being long is never a bad thing. Yeah, the LPGA has a list that they use to get into the field.
And that list is, oh, that's the same exact result as last hole. That list is reshuffled, as they say, and that really, really helped.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal for the players lower down the ranks when they do these reshuffles.
Madeline SAGSTROM, a couple of early bogeys, then a birdie at her 9th hole. Here she is at the 2nd.
Just one of the most beautiful and efficient golf swings out here.
5 under yesterday for Newtonen. She's made the cut in 3 previous starts as a rookie. Looks like she's not only going to make it this week, but really have a chance to win. She's not in the U.S. Women's Open.
Remember watching her at the Solheim Cup making every single putt of this length that she stood over.
This was just a moment ago.
And she's done it again there too. Different line, same kind of distance though. Really good looking stroke there.
Yeah, same result.
She's played well this week so far. Twice a major champion, player of the year. 9th of the day for Bianca Pagdinanen, collegiate star at Arizona. Still learning her way around the LPGA Tour. Said she's come up with a kind of a new approach. Survived the playoff to make it into the U.S. Women's Open.
And then you don't have that anticipation, that anxiety while you're walking up to the ball.
No anxiety off the tee for Minjee at 10.
No, just 108 left. Drawing this one through the hole with the slope off the right should be good.
Okay.
It is funny how you can get on rolls like that. Now, if you're a good ball striker and you hit lots of greens in regulation, you kind of think of yourself as a bit of a poor putter because you miss so many. But in actual fact, you're not that bad. And every once in a while, you get to see it and you're like, wow, maybe I am pretty good. And that breeds confidence.
All right, Inji Chun missed her birdie putt. Now Megan Kang for birdie.
Can she finally get one to drop? It looks like it has to drop to the right just a little. I guess it doesn't have to.
She was in contention late at Palos Verdes. Tried to jam in a short, 2-3 footer. Leona Maguire can go low, Karen. Shot 61 on Sunday at Evian.
She can. This has been a tough hole for her, though. She's been in the bunkers right and then bunker left. This to save. And to Tom's point, I don't think any of us thought this was a 9-under golf course.
And do you think the LPGA staff, Morgan, knowing that it was a new course, a big major championship style, maybe set it up for them to score low?
The ball must have come down on the other side of that tree. This is a par putt for Sagstrom. So good. That's a good par. Number 3 is a hole where you can really come unstuck. So no problem with the 4 there.
Here is Madeline Sagstrom, 2 back as she plays the 4th. Recipients of a qualification until that AIG Women's Open. At the 4th.
Wow, that was a beautiful stroke from Madeline there.
Madeline.
That's such a quick putt.
The easy one to miss this one on the high side.
Ooh,
Or make it.
How about that
What a
turn at
read.
the end? Yeah. So Minjee is playing very well today. That's another birdie. Takes her to 6 under for the round.
To make, she's got to feel like she's going backwards playing with Minjee right now. There you go.
Yeah. Battling back. Now back to 1 over par for the day. Sanna Newtonen looks like she's going to putt this one from short of the 17th green. Right up the hill there. Such good pace.
Yeah, good shot choice. Just that it's very thin and a little bit wet there short of the 17th green and a little bit easier to control with the putter.
Grant mentioned her fine performance at the AIG Women's Open. Sanhyun Park on the tee.
We talked earlier about her struggles. I think it surprised a lot of players. I mean, talk about making it look easy. She made it look easy for
Megan Kang looking for the perfect marriage here at 14.
Yeah, she would like to put a great roll on this. That had tons of speed, too.
I was gonna
There
say,
it
I'm not sure the speed was quite correct there, but it's in the bottom of the hole now.
Her first birdie of the day. Back to 8 under where she began. She was 1 back when the day started. Now she's 5.
And the stat does include putting, so Madeline towards the top of that stat, gaining at least 1 stroke around with the short game, and there's a good example. That putt goes in. Her putting stats are pretty good. She's 18th in putting average, 21st in putts.
American Lauren Stevenson. Oh, Okay, very nice. Nearly perfect. Minjee Lee, the leader, has a putt for eagle.
Just a consistently well played golf hole so far from Minjee. Not a huge amount in this one.
Just enough. Yes!
Wow.
She is unstoppable at the moment. Minjee Lee.
It was always like a little extra needle for me that was upsetting.
Some of us wouldn't know. Newtonen. Well, she struggled a bit with the speed, didn't she? And yet, Morgan, how about 67, 68?
Her ball striking, especially from what we saw here on this back nine, was beautiful. Just a few...
She can be an aggressive player. Tried to be aggressive on her final hole of the day. It didn't pay off.
She's such an athlete, Karen. She likes to move the ball, use her hands to really maneuver the club.
Good line.
So good. They're making a top hole look easy there.
Karen, and I know that Lexi takes that very seriously as well. Knows that she is a role model to these young ladies.
So different.
Still playing as the second hardest hole today.
This one started on the right side, drawing towards the hole. And we'll have another opportunity.
Oh, yeah. That just pitched in the perfect spot, didn't it? You saw Megan Kang's ball bound through the green.
The US Open was in Minjee's future, and it still could be. She has all the right tools to win that championship for sure. Oh. It picked me up off the ground. She missed a putt.
Yeah, that was a good chance for birdie. It was just a par for Minjee, and she remains 8 under for the day.
Hole's looking a little bit smaller today than yesterday, but that putt on the previous certainly had to help the confidence.
Oh, shame.
Wow, that was unexpected.
They're paying the price for missing the green. 160 starts prior to this week on the LPGA Tour for Megan Kang. Madeline Sagstrom has found a fairway. It's been a struggle for her this season.
She's recently started working with my friends at NeuroPeak Pro. I went through their program as well.
Good look at birdie here for Sagstrom. She's been very consistent over the last year. She's not missed a cut since the 3rd week of May, so she's almost a year without a missed cut on the LPGA. Gets her to 11 under par. 7 wins over 3 seasons, including 2 major championships.
One of them not far away from here. Bedminster.
Flag high.
Brittany Lincecum at the 14th. She was part of that group, Morgan, that was trying to qualify for the U.S. Women's Open on Tuesday over at Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah, and that can take a lot out of you, especially expecting your second child to playing 36 holes.
Lauren Stevenson finishing up her second round. This for birdie. Part of some of those great teams at Alabama. And maybe the tide is turning in her favor, looking for her first victory on the LPGA Tour. Played with Cheyenne Knight and Kristen Gilman.
Pretty easy look at birdie there.
So Minjee began the tournament with a double bogey, now leads it. Madeline Sagstrom began the tournament yesterday afternoon with 4 straight birdies. And as she plays her 17th hole of the day, number 8. Sagstrom for a 4th birdie in 5 holes. And she's had a couple that easily could have dropped, that didn't.
Yeah, she's rolling it beautifully. She talked about the confidence she's had with her putter, and it shows. It shows in her stroke. It shows in the speed, and it shows that a lot of them are going in.
She's playing a ton of break, though, so it should turn left early.
Rolled nicely through that first cut. Just
It
didn't
did a little
quite
more.
give it enough pace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The scoring was great all day yesterday. We saw a 7 under leading out of the morning wave with Nasa.
Yeah, just a moment ago, Megan Kang's tee shot here at the par 3. And That's going to be just fine. Give her a chance for birdie. To get it to 8 under par. Just tickling it down there. Yeah, well done. These greens are so fast.
She's got that little shoulder at the back of the green that she's going to have to lob this one up and over. But if ever there was a patient chipping shot, that was it. I mean, the pace and rhythm of that chip shot was phenomenal. I mean, when you see someone leading a scoring average, you know it's just been a really, truly consistent year so far. Slightly left for the hole. There you go.
And it came back.
Pretty straightforward putt here. Straight back up the hill. Not a lot of movement.
Wow. You just can't stop Minjee right now. I mean, this is incredible golf. And going along well, having not made a cut yet in her rookie season. This is her second shot. And this was just a moment ago. Bit of tree trouble, but no trouble for Gina Kim. That was a bit unfortunate. Didn't just drop right down into the hole. But I think she'll take it.
And she's had lots of those looks, and this is not it. That was pulled. It's not terrible, but
yeah, still going to leave a putt for birdie, but that's fine, she said.
To the 9th.
Madeline Sagstrom to finish with a birdie.
this would be her 14th one of the tournament. Turning a little right. Just not much.
Well,
Still another really solid stroke from Madeline. Her putting stroke. I know her stats say that she's putting well, but her stroke just really looks beautiful.
Going to be a good couple of days for the 29-year-old from Uppsala in Sweden, who now lives in the Orlando area.
Including this 18th coming up. This is Inji Chun, who's got the second best score of the day. Next to Minjee. 6 under is Inji, and she needed it. She was 2 over yesterday. Oh, wow. What a move from the 2-time major champion. Up at 18, Inji Chun for a 65. This was just a moment ago. What a day. It was a day that began with a couple of birdies. A hole out for eagle at 4. And a 65 for Inji.
Just play 4 yards uphill. She's got an 8-iron out. This looks pretty good. Good looking line.
She loved it, and that's why.
They don't go too deep. And that's what we're seeing with Lexi a little bit here. Very consistent. Taking
Okay.
advantage when she can. And that was the perfect position for the approach shot there below the hole.
Just the 5th birdie of the day at the 16th.
Lydia Ko at the 17th. It's a very important putt here for Lydia.
I've seen a lot of players miss this one low.
That gets it a 1 under par. That'll be good enough. If she pars the last, that'll be good enough to play the weekend. Even par could be good enough.
So take you up to the 18th, and Stacey Lewis. This is, we would say, a must-make to have a chance to make the cut. Oh, she must, and she did.
A bit carefree with the birdies, but with par, your intensity increases.
Megan Kang left it a little short from the similar spot, didn't she? Okay, back to 9 under for the day. 14 under for the tournament.
Lexi's tee shot drawing towards the hole. Another quality strike.
I've seen a lot of players in that part of the green.
I'll say just a bit to the right, but really like how her eyes are following that line, really kind of picturing the ball rolling.
That broke a ton. You could see how far left she was aiming. And Morgan, you were talking about that. You know, the farther left you aim, the harder you've got to hit it. And it's just committing to that line. It's a very tricky green. Good aim there. It was right on line. It's just going to be past the hole. So a bit quicker for that birdie putt.